So I want to show you guys one of the ways I save a little money and get a better cut of beef when it comes to steak. The first thing I do is I go out and look for a whole cut, like either boneless ribeye or New York strip or a whole sirloin. You'll see them in a vacuum sealed bag, and a lot of times they'll be graded. There'll be an actual grade posted on the side of the bag, either select, choice, or prime being the best. And what that grade is just the level of intramuscular fat within the meat and also the age of the cow. Those factors are considered as well. So what I'll do, I've taken this out of the vacuum sealed bag and I just patted it dry because that makes it easier to vacuum seal when I cut this into individual steaks, and it also is just a little cleaner to deal with. I'll go ahead and break this down and vacuum seal it. We're also going to be utilizing the fat on the steak. I'll show you what I do with that. So I want to pause for a second just to point out the fact that I'm using a good quality sharp knife. If you don't have a good knife that's very sharp, it's probably worth your money to go get one because it makes the process of breaking down these cuts very easy. So I'm doing about 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches on these steaks. That's the way I like them. It's definitely better than what you typically find at a grocery store. I'll show you what this looks like when I'm all done. We'll start the vacuum sealing and then we'll start pulling a little bit of this fat off the outside. I ended up getting about 11 steaks out of this New York strip roast. And you'll notice that New York strip has a large fat cap on the outside. Well, if you're not going to eat that fat, you might as well trim a little bit of it off. Not all of it, but you can trim some of it off. So I'll go around, trim up this fat cap, and then I'll show you what it looks like to start melting that down. So I got the steaks trimmed up nice, and you can see the extra fat. That's probably, I'd say that's probably at least 1.5 pounds of fat right there. What you do is you just take this fat and drop it into a good pot, good heavy pot, on medium-low heat. Cover it up, and then go ahead and vacuum seal your steaks. Alright, so we're finished sealing up all these steaks. I'm going to throw them in the freezer, and then I'll show you what the fat looks like. You can see that fat and tallow is rendering down nicely. Still got a little while to go. You want all the pieces to be pretty brown. So we'll just continue to let that cook. Kicked up the heat to about medium now. So here's the final product. After you're done rendering all the tallow and fat, you end up with these little crispy bits, and you can actually press it down and strain some of the extra liquid fat out of there. And what I do is I just keep a mason jar in the refrigerator, and you just top that off. So this rendered fat is great for cooking. You know, if you need to add a little extra flavor to, whatever dish you're making, or if you just need to fry something up real quick, you take a spoon of this and it's just great to cook with. Okay, thanks for watching.